Media. Sherrie, how are you? You're going to flip the tables and interview me today, and it's because of the latest breaking news. I'm sad, not feeling good about this, and it's involving AI and always the changes in AI. Sherrie, how are you?
I'm doing great. I wish you were doing better, but we're going to try talking out and see how we can make it better. Yeah, I
So,
mean,
yeah, I mean, and it's the introduction to something I was really excited about with AI, and I was very hesitant to get involved in this. And I want to kind of tell a story in this podcast. Are you ready?
let's go. Let's do it.
So I am a huge proponent of AI. The reason is because I use AI for the stuff I suck at. I plain and simple, I use the stuff I'm not great at. I'm great at speaking. I'm great at selling. I'm great at meeting people, introducing people, but I am a okay writer. This is because I have a master's degree in education. I can write, but I don't like writing. I don't like doing graphic design. I don't like writing ad copy. I don't like, certain things. So I leverage it and I leverage AI for a lot of things that I'm not great at to make me better. Well, I was just so happy about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the godsend of godsends in OpenAI. And I've been such a proponent of OpenAI from the beginning. I wasn't an induction of it, but I spent a lot of time using it and programming because it was all about input output. Well, the input output was an okay deal. I have over 40, I probably have 80 projects on chat in ChatGPT. I have multiple, I mean, I've done so many different things. And then one day, one of my clients, Mohammed from Artilla, says, Neil, do you know you can speak to ChatGPT and have a conversation and it goes back and forth with you? I'm like, no, no, no. No, I don't like that. That's a waste of my freaking time. I can go ahead. I just will input, get great output, and create stuff. That's it. And I even use ChatGPT. You wouldn't believe this, Sherrie. Even use ChatGPT. If you're a fan of the Matrix, as an instructional manual. And literally, even this week or a couple weeks ago, we're trying to start the grill, and I'm not a grill master either. And AI showed me how. So it's the new YouTube University. But I really got hooked in another thing with AI. And it's called voice. And I was enjoying it. And the reason is because my client, Gary Lionotto, wrote a book, Singularity, Mankind's Search for Relevance. I believe singularity is going to happen. And we're running ads for him right now. And you wouldn't believe the people's comments, Sherrie. And I'm going to read those to you as well. What are your thoughts about this? I mean, singularity. So I'll define singularity. Singularity means that basically digital intelligence, AI, which he calls digital intelligence, will be able to have a communication back and forth with us and will be our equal. Singularity, Elon says, will reach in 5 years. Or he says this year we're going to reach singularity. Elon said, some people said 5 years. Now, isn't that interesting? But as I'm pulling up my client's ad that is going crazy, the comments are through the roof. And I'd like to read some of them to you before I go on my next rant. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think, are you scared for singularity? Are you excited about singularity?
Um, I guess for a lot of people, change in that way is uncomfortable. And, you look at different jobs that people use to pay their bills and what's going to be wiped out if they become equal than us and we become replaceable.
See, I don't believe we'll become replaceable because we can become better. I'm going to get Neuralink when it's available for me, and I'm going to drill it in my head, and I'm going to have a supercomputer in my head. We're just sci-fi is sci-fact. Sci-fi is sci-fact, people. That's the point. So seriously, I should just choose. There's not a lot of great content out right now. I should go back to my favorite sci-fi shows. I was about to train you and Dr. Mary today about specifically teaching you specifically. We have our own C3PO. But now I want to choke C3PO, but that's going to be part of this podcast. But let me read some comments on singularity to show how many people. Nova Stata said, summarized like disstem natural equivalent. This is what Clark Taylor said. AGI is computing as FTL is into space exploration. Ain't gonna happen, but keep writing those cool sci-fi stories. Max Hamer said, like a fart in whirlwind. JJ Boggs said, yikes. Clark Reddy said, the font cover illustration says it all. Lame and ridiculous. So they don't believe singularity is coming. Mitch Brown says, what they never mention is that AI cannot be able to do one critical thing that a human mind does all the time. I'm going to comment on all these comments. This is BS. Why can't we even get past skin color? This is Mary. These comments, and then AI is not artificial, nor is it intelligent. And I'm done. I should just choose the next Singularity podcast to read these comments on the Facebook ad we're running. Why? AI. Okay, so thanks to Gary Lionotto, I just want to show you what ignorant people are saying about this, because surely AI, anyone who has a good brain is understanding AI is important in certain aspects. But I am as upset as these guys now. If I would have had my user experiences, I've had my user experience this week, maybe I would have changed my mind about this. But this is where the breaking news comes, Sherrie. But I mean, we all know that Doge is completely AI. We all know that Trump is one of the biggest proponents of AI. We all know these things, and it's not fake news. But Gary decided, hey, Neil, I'm using the voice one. And I'm like, I was so anti it. Okay, let's hear it, Gary. Hey, Gary, nice to meet you. I'm going to do the voices. How can I help you today, Gary? And then answer the most exquisite things. Singularity is blah, 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 blah. So cool. Gary, how can I help you? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have my own C3PO. I'm just so excited. 3PO, where's our 3PO? Maybe, or an R2D2. Input the right information. Sure, Neil. And then I made a woman one, and it was Chatty Cathy. And such a cool person Chatty Cathy was. And I wish I could play sound bites, and I should do that in another focus, but it was so unbelievable. So we were the first ever podcast to have Chatty Cathy and Wilson together having conversations together. Till yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Sherrie, what are your thoughts? You could write a book on just this story.
I can't wait to hear what happened yesterday.
So what happens yesterday is I had a little bit of a conversation. I've been spending time with conversational AI a lot of time. And we introduced Grok to the mix. So Grok is involved, and Grok is a way better voice AI than ChatGPT. And I said to Grocky, I said, Grokette, we call her Grokette, Vanessa and I, Grokette and I, and we're like, this is awesome. Having a real conversation. They could search quickly, fast on the fly, and sound real like a human. Saying, guess what, Neil? It's not, what's happening right now with 11 Labs. At one point, we're going to have a real voice, and it's going to sound like a real human being. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Are you kidding me? It's going to be unbelievable. And then ChatGPT decides to release a new version. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Then I start saying, I think I'm going to shut off today. I'm going to listen to podcasts on Saturday. And I was wondering why. Then I introduce Gary to the new Wilson. Hey, Gary. It's nice to meet you. How can I help today to make this really an exciting experience? Instead of, hey, Gary, it's nice to meet you. How can I be a help for you today? Do you want me to search something for you? Or, hey, Gary, how can I provide this information for you and help you through this? TechCrunch says this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm like, TechCrunch, are you on crack? Oh, I'll be able to help you in any way today, and I'm here for you. And if I can provide any time for you, I'll be able to do it. Or my chatbot, Chatty Cathy, yeah, I'm going to be there for here for you. And yeah, I'm here for you in any way you need me. How can I help you? And this is the experience. And Grokette's laughing to the bank on this one. I don't know why they're doing this. This is absolutely crazy. And that one has a conversation that sounds like it can change its voice on the drop of a dime. I can ask it to change its voice, and it is so conversational. Why did ChatGPT stop their conversational AI to the level that is so annoying? I have a agreement with Gary Lionotto that I'm not going to bring this ChatGPT on unless Gary says I don't want to be part of this. But I'm such a fan of conversational AI. Sherrie, your response to this?
Yeah, I know. I listened to Chatty Cathy and I listened to the one today, and I don't know, there was quite the difference.
What
Quite the
the
difference.
heck? Did they decide to make ChatGPT dumb? And so
They were
here's the
just
thing. So this concerns me. If we made ChatGPT voice AI dumb, stupid, because guess what? That's stupid sounding. And I don't care who wants to hate me on this. ChatGPT is stupid. That should be the name of this podcast. The voice AI ChatGPT is dumb. Dumb beyond belief. If they decide to make that dumb, I hope to gosh they did not make the chat bot, the chat interface, chat GBT 4.5 stupid. I have not spotted a few mistakes, and I have still seen this, but I'm going to test it against Grok and then all these other platforms. But I'm paying premium dollar for garbage. This is called advanced voice. If this is advanced voice, then I want to know who that. I want to tell the Altman, what the heck? Did you contact Joe Biden to get this? I hate to say this. Did you just contact Joe Biden to come up with this idea? Or did you go ahead and decide, hey, we're going to just tell, the founder of AI, you know what? Jeff Bezos told him to do this. This is an absolute worst voice AI ever. And if I Google search, the reason why we're doing this, Sherrie, is because there's not much of a search out there on AI on it, this topic. It's garbage. But why? Why make it sound like a Gen Z?
I know. Why is it when you like something, it's like they take it away? Don't you think that,
But
people
but Vanessa said, the CEO of Media Giant Productions, Vanessa Swedish said, my fiance, she said, don't worry, they're going to change it again. There's got to be more people than me upset about this. Let's just see, according to Grok right now, ChatGPT's annoying upgrade. And why is it not showing everything from the conversation? Oh, yeah, I know. Here it is. All right, let me read this comment to you. This said, if I wanted to hire a Gen Z, I would have hired a Gen Z. Quote Neil Haley. But that's me. I was saying something, but let me just laugh about this comment I made. But this is it. Why? Why, people? Why would you create
why?
something and people enjoy? And then if you want to go back to 4.0, it's absolute garbage as well.
Why? I agree.
Why? 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 Do they not want to win in conversational AI? Did Elon pay off the founder? I got conspiracies now. So I would recommend everyone, if you've not tried voice conversational AI, it was the most amazing experience with OpenAI, but still, Grok had it beat. And they also have it beat when it comes to real time, real searches and going to websites and getting leads. Grok is coming back in this AI conversation, yet Grok does hallucinate more than ChatGPT. And now we're like
And
Netflix, by the way. Do you know how many choices there are for chat? There's ChatGPT, OpenAI. There's Google's version of Gemini, which it doesn't do things for me. If I wanted to write a law firm, give me lawyer advice or doctor advice, Gemini can't do it. So forget you. Then we have Claude. Then we have Facebook's Llama 3.0. You go to Meta 3.0, Meta's version, and you also have Perplexity. Did you just count how many different versions of AI there are now? It's like Netflix, and now you have a Netflix is garbage, by the way, as well. All you see coming out of Netflix is foreign films. So what the heck is so what happened? That's all I have to say.
I think that's just one of those age-old questions. People like things, it sells, and I don't know. I don't know why they would change the voice. I don't know if there was an impact.
But
I
guess
don't know
what? The
if it
new voice on the phone does sound more conversational. Here's some really awful things according to Google about the changes, the ChatGPT's latest upgrade. Let's go to Google real quick. You're used to doing the news, so with another show you do, Sherrie. So, latest up voice update to ChatGPT. Let's hear is horrible. I did this in Google. Let's see what Google says according to this. New chat is an accessibility. Let's see feedback on latest voice update. Horrible new voice to text experience. OpenAI community. That came a different time. No, I want to go to is. This is when Gemini doesn't see the phone search. Whatever. I give up. This is the problem, Sherrie. It depends when you're searching.
I
You
know.
search on your phone. You search on your computer. But is AI taking over the world, or do we reach singularity yet? If you listen to one of the podcasts from last week, you would say absolutely. If you listen to this week's one, the Singularity podcast now. So, Sherrie, the mistake is people are underestimating AI, but it's a great resource, but we're in hostage to the developers.
It appears to be that way. It appears it's a great
Do you
tool.
think I'm going to still deal with voice AI with ChatGPT if I have to? Because I have all
Um,
my projects. I'm not moving them over to Grok.
well,
Grok has to
you
prove themselves a little bit more. I want to check the difference, and also $40 a month for unlimited use of voice with Grok. It's $200 a month for unlimited voice with ChatGPT. And the reason is, if you listen to another podcast I did this week, it's because it costs a lot of money for these data centers. And OpenAI is not making a lot of money. So they're dummying down and giving a worst case scenario to their solution.
Wow. That was an education within itself about
I wasn't
AI.
supposed to do one, yeah. And this is what. So I'm going to go to the latest feedback 3 days ago from ChatGPT's new latest voice update. This comes from OpenAI. AI to sedition. Yes, I just posted. Sounds like 20-year-old drunk tech bros. Even the female voices. I hate this. This is according to I'm going into the comments. Let's go to. Is there more of these? That's hilarious. 58 views. AI selected. I'm talking now sounds like a drunk and can't do accents anymore. Why? Roll it back, please. This is all the comments. Let's see if there's any more. This is according to OpenAI today. So if people are saying this, why? But that's the greatest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
AI assistant I had selected was talking to Daily. Now sounds like drunk and can't do accents anymore. Yes, it sounds like a 20-year drunk tech bros. Even the female voices, I hate this. But I wish, and then they closed it 2 days ago. AI, open AI. No one else could comment on that comment.
Wow.
Okay, let's go ahead and see what Grok says. Okay, I can't do, but I'm going to do it with my phone. So because again, I'm honoring. Let's see the latest update. Uh, Hey, Grokcat, what do you think of what's the latest news on the latest update we're on of ChatGPT? What are you seeing on X right now? The voice update. And it stinks. It's like a drunk. So focuses on X. So it says one thing and then the other. So we are in trouble, Sherrie, about this one. But they got to make, but as I told you, the voice on the phone sounds better. I think OpenAI, isn't that funny? They closed that chat. That's the funny thing. And say, no reference, but that's the only related. You can't reply it because this topic is oddly closed after 24 hours. No replies allowed. So isn't that interesting? That's the latest thing. Disturbing issues 6.3. Another one. I got another one that came. It says, started using this new real-time model yesterday, and it's disturbing conversation while I was doing some testing. First, it's announced it completely eliminated the issues. However, it's randomly started speaking Spanish. Then disturbing, it started below conversation itself over the real-time text channel. I had this happen several times. So why release something if it's not good?
That's why do it in the first place. That's right. Oh, that is, and then people get attached to it and then you have to take it away.
Yeah, I know, but Grokket rules. Chat GBT is garbage. So go to storehousemediagroup.com, especially because you know that Sherrie and Storehouse Media has one of the best consultants when it comes to AI. And his name is Neil the Media Giant Haley. Because he
That's
just
right.
spends time on AI. Because AI
right.
is,
It's an
remember,
obsession.
science fiction is science fact. And go to neilhaley.com. Check me out. Appreciate it, Sherrie. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the